Hello everyone. So, before I start talking about anything about my month and my life, I'd first like to take a couple moments to acknowledge what is happening across the country. The recent public knowledge of the murders of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and so many other people have really reignited the fight and movement for equality, inequality that is incredibly long overdue. And I know that as a white person, I will never be able to fully understand the lives and experiences and suffering of people of color and minorities, but I am trying my best to figure out how I can be helpful and how I can join in this cause as a white person, as someone with privilege, how I can help make things better for everybody, because racism, the fact that racism is still so prevalent, still such an issue, is really not at all okay. And I would feel like I was going into this silence and kind of letting it keep happening if, as on this channel, I talk about equality for LGBTQ plus people. I want women to be equal, and to not also say I want everybody, regardless of the color of their skin, to be equal would be just ignoring the communities that I'm not a part of. But what that would be doing is neglecting the fact that I live in a community of everybody. I love diversity, and to love diversity and not want to protect it and help make everybody equal and have the same opportunities would be very hypocritical of me. So I want to just take a moment to put out on the screen some places that you can donate if you can, places to sign petitions, and some ways to protest safely. I have seen some of my friends of all races and skin tones. Some of them have been injured and hurt in the protests, which is horrible and so sad, and it's really scary, and I just want everybody who's protesting to be safe. I am currently not in a position where I can be protesting, but I've been trying to do what I can, looking at petitions and doing what I can from my house. I also have been really appreciating a lot of the posts that are directed at white people in ways that we can be actively anti-racist and like ways to check your privilege and those kind of things, because sometimes I feel in certain discussions that as a white person I don't have like the right to speak, and I honestly don't know what to say because I don't have to worry about walking in a certain community if someone's going to think I'm there for a bad reason. So some of those posts have been really eye-opening for me. I know I usually live stream these, but because of the topic and the way that I want to put in places that you guys can go and educate yourselves, just like how I've been trying to educate myself. I know I'm not all the way there yet, but I'm trying. I thought the best way to do that would be by filming it so I can edit it and put this information in for you guys. I know that there's so much more to be said about it. I guess I just don't feel like I know enough to say any more about it, but please let me know in the comments down below for me as a white person, or just me as a person, ways that I can help in this fight for equality. So I guess that's kind of the end of that section for this video, but I don't want that to mean that I don't think that it deserves more time and attention to it. I do. I just don't know what else to say at this moment. I'm still trying to figure out how I can help in the best way possible. So, yes. I'm not sure how to I guess I can't peppily just talk about my own life, but I still will talk about how this month has been for me. I would say that May has been probably the worst month, I think, mentally for me. I've had some breakdowns. I have been really trying to work on my anxiety and stuff, but it's just kind of getting worse. I think also because my classes ended, so I haven't been having things that I have to do as much, and I just feel like there's a lot more time and I feel very unproductive, and I'm trying to take time for me, but I just still feel kind of bad about it. So I have been trying to work more on my paintings this month, I'm almost done with another puzzle. I was doing some gardening work. Like, I have been trying to get out there and do things, but it's just been a lot harder for me mentally, and I guess I feel like a lot of people are like starting to like thrive a bit now, or they got their groove on, and I feel like my groove is leaving me. I do start my internship next month, which I'm really, really grateful for so many reasons, one of which just being something to do that I feel will give me some structure that I so desperately need right now. I have been like trying to watch more movies this month just because I am really trying to get onto the watch list. I have more time and YouTube can't keep me content forever. I recently watched Portrait of a Lady on Fire finally, and it blew my mind. Gorgeous, beautiful, so many levels. I loved how it really addressed the gaze. I know I talked about that in one of my videos recently, so it was just really cool to see it in such an amazing film. I love that it propels queer cinema. I love that, first of all, I paint, so to see someone painting and how that was also a fixture, and the idea of the portrait and the subject and how they interact, I'm just like, I mean the painter and the subject and how they interact, just like so interesting to me, so fascinating. And it just was like, whoa. I also saw Castaway for the first time, which I really liked. It definitely was one of the movies that I didn't realize I was getting so enraptured in until like the end when I was crying. I know I watched other movies. One second. Okay, I just pulled up my letterbox, and yeah, I watched a ton of movies. I watched Notorious in full for the first time. Crazy. I watched The Lighthouse finally. I watched some documentaries. I watched A Suitable Girl, Forgotten Ellis Island. I watched An Inspector Calls. I watched Fantastic Mr. Fox. Amazing. I should have said fantastic, that I missed an opportunity there. I watched The Stanford Prison Experiment. I watched Summer '03. I watched Honey Boy. I watched Inception, which, crazy. I like to think the end was reality, though the kids' whole thing. I still feel like I haven't listened to a ton of new music, though I am excited about Lady Gaga's new album music so far. Pretty great. Otherwise, I'm still listening to a lot of Six, a lot of Enya, Andrew McMahon, The Wilderness, 21 Pilots. I'm just trying to listen to things that bring me comfort and fun, because I think I really need that right now. I should have prepped this video more. Usually I do prep these videos, but I guess I was just focusing a lot on the protests and the equality and racism stuff that's going on right now. So that's what I just focused my time on. So I didn't really prep my life. Or maybe this month has just been like kind of drab. I did go to Philly to get something from my apartment because I had some medicine there and stuff that has been there for a couple of months that I want to bring back, but really didn't go out that much because I'm trying to be like safely social distancing. I guess not that much because there was really nothing set on my calendar. Just now when I looked. Ow, I just hit my foot. Okay, so this video is not my usual video. I'm sorry if I'm like rambly or whatever. It's just a really uncomfortable and scary time right now, and the fact that it is those things is just like lends to the importance of what's going on right now and how we all need to be making a better effort. So that's just what I want to leave you guys with, and I hope that this movement doesn't end when it stops being trendy. I hope that we can really get somewhere, because everybody deserves the same opportunities and the same treatment as everybody else. So, yeah. I hope you guys are all staying safe.